Tell me about your first boyfriend. My first boyfriend. So what's up, fighting fam? Go gaga, go gaga. Welcome back to another video. So if this is your first time, see this face. Assure me, my name is Manye Abuna Boatiba. Yes, a Ghanaian based DTV and I see what I compare low size. Oh now, so two of my subscribers. This is a video request. Two of my subscribers really wanted me to film the first time tag questions. So it's a form of challenge on YouTube, but I didn't want to film mine because some of the questions are quite deep and a bit emotional for me. They requested this video I think in December last year, but I thought about it and I was like, some of the questions are really deep. But I said, since we are all learning on this channel, maybe me sharing a bit of my experience might help someone out there. So let's dive into it. So number one question. It's a first time tag question. So all the questions will be like first time. What's your first time? This you get me. So let's go. So Google gave me these questions. What is the first app? Your first app you check when you wake up in the morning? Oh, that one is everybody knows, YouTube. It's the first app. Of course, I go to my studio to check my comments, see how to reply them, and also to check my video to see if it is moving. I mean, tell me about your first broken down bone. I've never had a broken bone. Also, tell me your first foreign country you ever vacated. I've never even traveled outside my country. Tell me about your first makeup item. My first makeup item, I think it was a pencil. Yes, a brow pencil. My first makeup item. Okay, tell me about your first YouTuber. The first YouTuber I subscribed to. Okay, I think it was how many years ago? 5 years ago or so. I didn't even know there were African YouTubers then. I never knew we had African YouTubers. All the channels I was watching were white people. I think I was looking for a recipe. Then I saw Gordon Ramsay. Yes, Chef Gordon Ramsay. That's the first channel I subscribed to. Gordon Ramsay. He's a chef. Before I came to meet all my African sisters. Okay. Tell me about your first boyfriend. My first boyfriend. So my first boyfriend was when I completed SHS fresh, and we attended the same church, but he was in a different assembly. Yes, he was in a different assembly, and I was also in a different assembly, but he lived in our area. Yes, he lived in our area. So he told me he liked me. I didn't even want to listen to him because I wanted to, go. But this guy was, he looked like a nice person. That was the first boyfriend I ever had. So young. Now this experience is the reason why I don't date boys again. Dating small boys. This is the reason I don't date boys. Because pressure. Boys, dating boys, pressure. You have to date a man, a real man. Yes. So he was giving me gifts. Girls they want gifts. Whenever he closes from work, he will come to my house. Then he will come and shower me with gifts. Like he will buy me a lot of stuff. Oh, let me tell you, like I was, oh, you have completed SHS fresh. You still have this small girl mentality. So when he brings it, then I'll chop. When he brings it, I'll chop. If he brings a chichinga, I'll chop. If he brings yogurt, I'll chop. I think he brought me a lot of stuff. Like he got me nice stuff. Oh, you take me out. Then I said, okay, let's study each other because we are in the same church. No, I thought, oh, this boy there is can't, so he will not disturb me about sex. Because we attend the same church, and he's also I think one of the youth leaders in the assembly. So I was happy because we are in the same church and he will never bother me with sex. Until time went on, some months later, I realized that Charlie, this boy has started requesting small, not requesting. You see, there's no free lunch in this world. There's no free lunch. I thank God I never did anything with him. I just thank God. He was just requesting, Charlie, he'll be touching some places. I'm like, hey, you drew. You see, I was brought up in the Church of Pentecost, so the teachings, you see, the teachings in the church really helped me a lot. It helped me to stand my ground as a young lady who is coming of age, because I had this, you know, body and all those stuff. So people thought they could talk with me, but being in the Church of Pentecost, no, that's why I will never trade my church for anything. Our doctrines, our teachings, they are so thick. So whenever you want to do something, the Holy Spirit reminds you that what you're about to do is wrong. So it really helped me a lot. It really helped me a lot. So when he was coming to do that, I asked him, are you not one of the youth leaders in your church? Why are you asking me for sex? You get me? So all this stuff, this pissed me off. I realized that going to church doesn't make you a Christian. That was where I realized that going to church, because he can pray, he can fast, but you see what I'm talking about. So I ended it with him. That was how we ended it. That was my first boyfriend. We didn't even date for long. Yeah, we didn't even date for long. Okay, also then, tell me about your first time you had sexual intercourse. Hey, buddy. This is where the emotions come into place, into play, or whatever they call it. So my first sexual experience, I don't think it was voluntary or out of free will. Yes, so I'll not call it that big word, because saying the big word sometimes reminds me of a lot of things. So I think I was coming back from church. Yes, I was coming back from church service. So it was an all-night service. So when we closed, I wanted to come back home before going to work. So I left to rush home, have my bath, then go back to work. And it was done around 4 something. So when I left the church premises, I was coming and I passed by the different routes. So when you pass by this route, in this area, there's a route on top there. It was so dark on the mountains, and I didn't know. Some people were doing this. They were doing their stuff. Then your girl got caught up, and they got me. So you understand me. So that was my first time. That was my first time. I think I was in my middle 20s. How old was I? So I thought I was 26 or 27. Yes, guys, I kept myself for long. Like I wanted my first time to be with, you know, Dondo, the one who come and do Dondo. Yes, the one who come and wed me. But such is life. So if you're in my situation, you get me. Do not, you know how I've become now. Right now, I'm happy. My family supports. Everything is okay. I'm not thinking about it anymore. I don't want anybody to say in the comment section that I'm not sorry. No, I don't want a pity game. No pity game. No pity game, please. This is supposed to be a fun video. Abibab. It's no pity game. Don't worry. I'm okay now. I'm okay now. So that was my first time. It was molestation. Okay. Also tell me about your first kiss. So my first kiss was with my boyfriend, my small boyfriend. The first boyfriend I had, yes. I think the first day he kissed me, guys, I ran into the bathroom and poured mouthwash into my mouth. And I did this. Then I poured it out and like wiped my mouth. It was so funny. Like remembering now, I'm like, oh, Abra, you have done something. So like he just did this to me. He knew I was not like that. So he wanted to take his time with me. Like I think he wanted to deceive me to say he would get me. But thank God he didn't get me. Like I stood firm. Like many of you, I'm that type of person. It's difficult for you to get me easily. Unless I really feel something strong for you. First place we were before we moved to this place. Like a lot of the guys around that area tried. Like they tried to sleep with me. But none of them will ever stand anywhere and say that Abuna and Portia did not be the nature from that. Nobody. If not for that my experience, Anka, your girl will still be waiting for the right man, Abibab, because that was how I was brought up. That was how I was brought up. I was a church girl, you get me, but I'm still a church girl though, just that a little bit crazy. So my first kiss was with my first boyfriend. That is my girl. You see why I'm crazy? Tell us about your first language. the first language you learned? Of course, Chi language. In school, I think I entered the Ghana class one time, but the subject was so difficult, so I left. I couldn't. Yes, I entered the Ghana class in school, but I left and I switched to Chi fast because I couldn't cope. It was difficult for me to, pick up. But I really want to learn the Ghana language, seriously. Tell us about your first YouTube video. My first YouTube video was putting Michael was dancing. Yeah, I think he was dancing. Oh mother. That's the first video I put on my channel because I didn't know anything about YouTube, so I was just posting. Okay. Tell us about your first book you read. The first book I read. Okay. I think my first book. As an adult, I remember reading A Child Called It. Yes, A Child Called It. That was where I had this compassion for children and orphans and all those stuff. That was the highlight for me. A Child Called It. I've forgotten the author, but it's A Child Called It. The book is a sad book, seriously. I cried reading that book. See, tell us about the first person you text when something thrilling happens. The first person I text. I don't have anyone I text. Initially, I think the man who, I think my ex, not the immediate ex, but the last ex, the ex before the other ex. I don't even know how to explain it. You have too much exes. I don't know how to explain. So I used to be so close with one of my exes. He was the one who proposed to me. Yes, who proposed to me, and we were about to get married. So we were so close at that time. And if anything exciting comes, like if I see something funny, I'll text him right now. Tell it, we were like friends, Abiba. Tell it, then he too. When something exciting comes, you will call me right now. They will be laughing, they will be chatting. But the reason why we didn't get married is a long story. I already have that video on my channel. Yes, I already have that video on my channel, so you can check it out. I can put it in my description box so that you can watch it. That's the reason why we didn't get married. I don't want this video to be too long, so okay. So that was the first. Now I don't have anyone I chat with. I said, what is your favorite TV show? What was your favorite TV show? Your first favorite TV show when you were growing up? Cantata. Guys, if you're a Ghanaian, you know what I'm talking about. Cantata. Every Sunday, we'll go to church. They will rush home from church to watch Cantata. If you haven't watched Cantata, hey, then I don't know if you're a Ghanaian or not. Oh my God, it was so interesting. Okay. I say, what is your first favorite song that you listened all the time? Okay, my first favorite song was then, I think that time, yes. Me be swimming to you, ama, me be swimming to you. When you are there, me be swimming to you. Ooh, I forgot to at that time. I used to listen to it because there was a sport around our area, so they will be bashing. They will be bashing it. Oh my God, it was nice. What is your who is your first favorite music artist? My first favorite, I think, Mama Esther. Yes, Mama Esther. And you met it to baby Johnny White, ebe parewo, ebe fanchain, Udima for Yamiaka hometown. So Baba quit your honey one money, Unisio Babe Dani was Syria, Warrewo Babe Dani when Nigie, Wapini see Bedani when young to, Wabo would ye Babe Dani asawai, or no me Babe Dani Shirao, no Quafua Casadima for Yami when I don't cry dear, Jinudi Neradia Cano dear, no one never. Ah, that was why I love my Esther. Hey, then times, Charlie. I used to listen to this song. I used to listen to that song. What is your first? And now, what was your first favorite cartoon? Hey, Flintstones. Yes, I think so. Flintstones. I used to watch that Flintstones a lot. Yes, Flintstones. It was on GTV. GTV, TV3, Metro TV. All those television stations. Okay. Tell us about your first movie which you keep in mind. My first movie that I keep in my mind, I think Sarafina. Sarafina. That's South African movie. Hey, freedom is coming tomorrow. Get ready, mama. Voice. Get ready, mama. Prepare for your freedom. Freedom is coming tomorrow. Hey! We used to watch it. We didn't have television, so our neighbor, all the children in our area will gather in our neighbor's room. So my neighbor's husband used to work in the kind of say customs office. He was a customs officer. So we got in their room, and the wife was so proud. Like when we get to their room, hey, don't sit here, don't sit here. Like they were the only ones who had television at that time. So she was using it to do 2-no. Hey, so we go, where sit down. That was when my mother saw it and was like, I have to buy a television. It was years ago. Years, it was so late. I think I was 6 or 7 years. Yes, I remember. Hey, this woman, my mother saved and bought a television. Then we didn't enter into anybody's room to go and watch TV again. Hey, that movie, Sarafina, I love that movie. I think the video is getting too long, so we'll end here. I hope you enjoyed watching. Yes, and don't worry. After this video, the Q&A will follow. I've already filmed the Q&A video, and I want to apologize because it's a bit long because the questions were a lot. So please, I beg you, when you see the video, please watch it like that. And I had to fast forward the video. Like I had to speed the video, so you will see me talking very, very fast in that video because I wanted to shorten the duration. You get me? You understand me? I understand. So when you watch the Q&A video, understand why I was talking so fast in that video. It was not me talking fast. It was when I was editing it, I had to, you know, fast forward it so that speed it up so that the time will be cut short. But it was still long, fam. It's 31 minutes. Let me give you a heads up. I've already edited it. It's on private. So after this video, yes, after this video, you watch it. So thank you so much once again, and thank you for almost 12K subscribers. God bless you all. I'll catch you in my next